So Danielle, an important thing for a lot of us to try to understand is balance, and maybe you could help us with that. And so the question is, how does one balance AI integration with other foundational skills like critical thinking, logical reasoning, media literacy? How do you keep a balance between those two?
So, Michael, that's a really great question. I'm not sure I have the exact
Sure.
equation here, but what the approach I've been taking is to think about the activities and assessments that students are engaged with, and I'm talking more now about our high schoolers who are stressed. They have that AP course, the exams, want to get into the best college. There's a lot of pressure on our high schoolers, and I think it's really important to impart in them that learning's hard and learning is difficult, and we know from learning research that works against our ability to know whether or not we are learning. Like when it feels difficult, then you think that what's happening is not effective, but learning is hard. So we try to use learning science and help students understand how they learn, because what we don't want to have them do is offload. Like technology makes it all easy. And if they take the easy route, then that desirable difficulty that is required for learning is missed. So how do you keep that, right? Some of it is reimagining our assessments and the activities. If the homework is not meaningful to students, if it's easy to cheat, like why are we assigning those tasks? What are the things that really get our kids excited and engaged? Those authentic assessments, making learning visible so that we as teachers know whether or not our students are gaining the skills that we want them to. And I'm very honest with, so I help our students at the school that I work at with using technology and the library resources. So while I'm not a classroom teacher per se, I help them and support them. And I'll just tell them, like, this is when I think you can use Gen AI, and this is when I don't think you should and why. Especially if they're just starting out in research, there's certain skills I feel that they need to know, and I encourage other teachers to have the same conversations. When can you use it and when can't you use it? And then to build in those opportunities as appropriate for students to start to use these tools once you as a teacher feels they have mastered those skills that they need to. But I think I work with a lot of students, and I always give them the benefit of the doubt whether or not they have used Gen A or not. And it is really easy to tell too, like they're not master prompters yet. And you can have a conversation. This doesn't sound like you,
Mhm.
right? Like, let's try it again without accusing someone. So there's gentle ways of guiding them through it, being really honest with them about why we want them to do what they do for us as far as assessments and activities, and rethinking those. I think as teachers, we need to relook at that every now and again. Like, why are they doing this assignment? Is there another way that we can do it? Is there a way that we can bring in opportunities for students to gain other skills within this assignment? Maybe it's not recall anymore. Maybe it's critical thinking that we're really looking at, and approach it that way. But it's always a conversation. And I think having others, like a good community of practice helping you, is makes teachers more successful in reaching those goals.